Hi everybody, welcome back. Question time with Sips. I'm here again with Shin. We're in our fun recording studio. Look at this thing. God, this is
the
fantastic.
funnest crib this side of the Mediterranean.
The funnest crib you will ever feast your eyes on. We've got more questions. How many questions did we do last time, Shin? I think we did 4. We did 4 questions last episode. That's amazing. 4 questions in one episode. That's like a new world record.
I know,
and,
right?
Wow.
There's so many.
Holy jeez. What a guy. I don't know if Benjamin Disco can see this, Shin. Shin's basically
I don't think he can.
Admitting the fact that he's once drank 3 gallons of his own urine while he was stranded on a desert island.
I did not. That's a lie.
Fairly disgusting.
I object to this.
And actually, Shin, I was wondering why your breath smelled like a bit acidic, and that probably explains it. Oh. So let's go. First question, Shin. Let's roll right into it. You ready? We'll try to do 4 more, man. That'd be great.
Yeah, let's go for it.
This question is from a person named Detective ERWIN. Possibly a detective in real life, although you can never tell. There's no way of actually checking people's credentials.
Well, why would he call himself a detective on the internet if he wasn't a detective in real life?
Well, that's true too, Shin. I'm Dr. Sips, obviously, but
and I'm Professor Shin.
I don't need to be specific. I'm just call me Doc. So here we go. Detective ERWIN. Hello, Sips. What will you do if there is a zombie outbreak? Obviously there's a zombie outbreak coming because this person seems pretty convinced that I'm going to have to do something if there's a zombie outbreak.
I'm slightly scared.
Questions like these, I'm a bit scared too, actually, because I've thought about this. And like when you're watching movies and you're playing video games about zombie outbreaks, you're like, oh yeah, you got nothing to lose, society has melted down because of this zombie outbreak and everybody's out for themselves trying to survive, and like I'd find a gun and I'd shoot stuff and everything, but realistically I would be so scared. I don't know what I would do. I would probably actually just end it all. I would probably sit on the roof of my building where the zombies couldn't get me, and I would either jump off. I wouldn't even jump off, because what if you like landed awkwardly but like didn't die, and then the zombies came over and hugged you?
He's scared. No. Oh,
I'm answering a very serious question here. Don't make me come over. Look, I've got to crawl so that my face doesn't go in front. Don't make me come over there, Shin, and beat your ass right in front. All right, that's enough. oh shit. Zombie outbreak, Shin. Let's try to stay on topic. If there was a zombie outbreak, what the hell would you do? Try to break it down in steps. What's the first thing you would do? Literally, you're sitting in your living room, you're watching TV, and the BBC News comes on. Fiona Bruce is a zombie, yet somehow she can still
That's a terrifying
talk and
thought.
stuff. And she's warning you that there's also a zombie outbreak happening right now. What do you do?
Well, first up, it's like, holy shit, so freaking exciting. I know it's a tragedy when people die, but still, zombies, oh my god. So first, shit. First, you got to get guns. I know you said like you want to kill yourself. That's cool. I'm not going to judge. But first thing I'd do is get weapons. And so, yeah, I'd have to find some guns. So I'd go to like an army base, I think, and get some guns. Then
what if the army base was locked though, Shin? What would you do?
It doesn't matter, because it's like it's the end of the world, so I can just break in. I can just like drive a car into the door
but even though it's the end of the world, do you actually have like any skills whatsoever in breaking into things or places?
But I can drive a car into the door. These places are airtight. Yeah, but I drive a big car, like a truck. I drive a truck into the base.
What if it didn't work though, and like you actually just it stopped the truck in its tracks and you just flew through the windshield and you were just like horribly disfigured and
Sips, you're ruining my fantasy here. Hang on a sec. What the hell?
Well, you gotta be realistic though, Shin. I mean, that you
could get into. You'd find the guy with the keys, or it'd be fine. It'd be fine. Honestly, Sips, it'd be easy.
Okay.
It'd be easy peasy. If there's no one around,
Okay.
then well, there probably actually would
Yeah.
be because I think a lot of people would have the same idea as me. But
So
once I got
so
the
you go to
guns,
the army base and you get a bazooka and a pair of cool sunglasses, and then you just
yeah,
what?
and a
You
bandana
ride around the
and an
countryside
ammo
with your
belt
RPG.
to go
Yeah,
across,
yeah.
like wear like a sash.
Some
Oh
sort of
yeah,
bandolier with grenades attached to it and stuff,
oh
and
yeah.
a couple of
Now we're
cigars,
talking
an
a
endless
jeep,
supply of cigars.
and then I'd
Yeah,
pick up Face, Murdoch,
yeah.
and Hannibal
When
and the
at
guys.
what point in between would you actually make a town made of junk, like a junk town? Like out of
Like
old
Bartertown.
like metal siding and stuff like that. Yeah.
At what
Is would
point would
this
I
be
recruit
before?
Tina Turner to be the mayor of Bartertown? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Is this
know.
before you pick up Murdoch and Face, or like maybe in between, or something
Before,
like that?
because
Yeah.
you make a deal, you break a deal.
Yeah, you want everything
face the
set
wheel.
up so that when they come to your shanty town, you've got some digs that
Yeah,
they can stay in and stuff as
yeah.
well.
And
Yeah,
obviously, I'd have to get a mohawk because that's just like the law, isn't it? In a
absolutely.
post-apocalyptic, environment.
Yeah, you need to swear a lot more than you already do as well. You'd have to condition yourself to just like really have a filthy mouth, and
Oh
swear
yeah.
all the goddamn time.
But
Because
no, my first stop would be a supermarket because like there's so much food there. It's all canned and stuff. You could live for years in a supermarket, just like in Dawn of the Dead. That's like the perfect idea. I think the perfect plan.
oh, when they live in the shopping mall, oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
that was terrible. Because like it sort of highlighted the fact that it's not all it's cracked up to be living in a shopping mall. Because do you see how bored they got in the end? And then they just started making trouble for themselves. They had like all the politics and infighting and stuff, and the whole thing fell apart when the zombies broke in, um, headed up by
Yeah.
Michael Douglas, who was like a super zombie,
He
and
makes a good zombie though. So
he
does
does, yeah. God, he didn't
so does
even need any makeup or anything. It was just like he just
not
turned
at all.
up, and they were like, all right, Michael, we're filming," and he was like, "Rah," and it was done. It's
Yeah.
pretty fantastic. So basically, what it all boils down to is that both Shin and myself would probably not survive very long in a zombie outbreak, despite the fact that we think we would. Shin
Whoops.
has just left the game in
Oh,
rage. He
oh,
just
I'm
left in
back.
rage because
I'm back.
he likes to think of himself as a true survivor of a zombie outbreak. But good question. I like questions like that. I like to think about stuff like that, even though it's a complete waste of time. But
It's cool. No,
daydreaming about
have you seen
a
those
zombie
pictures that
apocalypse,
are zombie
perfectly
survival apocalypse sheets? You get these like kind of sheets of paper, or well, like documents, art pieces of pictures on the internet that have like sections squared off. What music would you take? What's your favorite weapon? What's your wingman? And you can like kind of fill out one of these sheets. They're really fun to do. In fact, we should
Oh,
try and
cool.
find one and put it in the video description. But yeah, it's basically a zombie survival sheet, and you can fill it in, and give it to your
Okay.
friends, and see what they do. And it's really fun. It's really fun.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll try to find one, put in the description. That sounds pretty good. Okay, next question. DKC1011 asks, Sips, do you plan to play any more D&D, either on your channel or in the Og Pod? Thanks a million, DKC. Oh man, D&D. Shin, you play Dungeons and Dragons a lot, don't you? You're
Oh
like
yeah,
all into that, like
loads. Yeah.
magic cards and stuff like that. Um,
Sometimes I go
man, we
deep
have
and don't come out of the
some.
LARP for like for a couple of days.
Wow. How's that for your complexion in general? Is it?
Pretty good because I don't leave the house and sunlight's bad for your skin.
Yeah, it is actually. It does. It dries you right out, and can cause all sorts of problems long term as well.
Yeah, concussion.
Yeah, you can. You can actually get concussed. D&D. Oh man, D&D is a lot of fun to do. It's just very time consuming and somewhat tiring. But we have talked about doing more. And we've talked about doing sort of more podcasty stuff because it's quite fun to do. You don't have to concentrate on playing a game. You can spend more time thinking about what you're talking about and stuff like that. And D&D is a perfect setting because you have that extra layer of uncertainty where situations come up, and they can potentially be very funny. But I don't know, Shin, maybe we can try playing D&D, and then
Well,
convince some other people to join as well. I know a lot of people on Vent want to do it. Lewis and Simon, I don't think are as keen, but they still talk about potentially doing it from time to time.
What we
But
could do is we could just grab Rithine and Duncan, Nilesy maybe, and we could just have like an ad hoc improvisational D&D where we just have one guy who's the dungeon master, and then
yeah,
everybody
you
else
do
gets to
need a
pick a
dungeon
character.
master.
Yeah, but basically we don't have any rules. There's no dice rolling or any of that stuff. Well, there is dice
Yeah,
rolling, but that's all. So the DM can do that, and basically you just do what you
yeah.
want. Like you say, "Oh, I'm a wizard," and then the DM says, "Oh, a strange beggar comes towards you. He's holding a parchment. It's got naked pictures of Patrick Stewart on it. What do you do?" And then they say, "Well, God damn it, I upload those to the internet." But
Obviously, straight
yeah,
away.
but no, you can, and you just do what you want, and you let the DM drive things, and the players just do what they want. I once did that with a friend called Jamie and another guy called Cronus Steel Eye. That's Steel
Oh
Eye,
yeah. Okay.
and he was a cleric, and this imp pickpocketed his eyes. Yeah, didn't give them back.
Wow. Like this actually happened in real life to a guy that you know? That's
No,
crazy. I
yeah,
hope
in
it
real
wasn't like
life,
operating heavy
in
machinery or anything like that, because you know, you actually do need your eyes for those kinds of jobs.
I know, right?
It's very
But
dangerous.
but London pickpockets, they are getting bolder. Let me tell you.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So D&D again, not nothing official, but it is definitely something that we want to do, and it's something that me and Shin have talked about doing before as well. It's just finding the right time and the right people to do it with. So as with anything that we do, just keep checking our Twitter and stuff like that, and then one day, hopefully, you'll just stumble across a brand shiny new session of D&D. That'd be fun, actually. I'd be up for that. We just need to set aside time to do it.
Yeah, I think you're
But
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, next question. Man, we are pumping through these shit.
Oh
This
yeah.
one's from JONEZI. JONEZI spelled JONEZI. It's a very creative
Maybe
way of
it's
spelling
Genezi.
JONEZI. JONEZI. No, it's JONEZI. I'm just gonna say it now. It is definitely JONEZI or
Hello,
JONEZI.
Jonesy.
It's probably hi JONEZI. Um, this is another question that comes up all the time. I don't know if you get asked this a lot. I certainly get asked this a lot. Jonesy's question is, how did you get to know the Yogscast guys? What's your history with them? A lot of people know this already, but equally, there's a lot of people that don't know this already. Um, Yogscast, of course, used to be just Yogs, which was a World of Warcraft guild, which was formed in vanilla when World of Warcraft first started. Shin, you were in that guild as well, weren't you?
Yeah, I
I don't
was.
know if
Yeah.
you were a goon at the time. The thing we all have in common is that we're all somethingawful.com forum goons. Although I don't think any of us are like overly active anymore.
Not anymore.
Um,
No.
but 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 there was a time when, man, that was just. It still is a great forum. It's really good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, but but like a couple of years ago, especially around the time when World of Warcraft Vanilla came out, it was especially good. And it was really good for coordinating, making guilds in video games and stuff as they came out. And of course, all of us being in Europe, we all joined the guild together. We all leveled up. Maybe not together, but we all raided together. We did all the vanilla raids, the big 40-man raids, which were really fun. Shin became like a super cybernetic android
I did.
killer.
Yeah.
When the PvP came out, Shin just like I don't think you actually lived a real life at that point, did you? You were just
I
grinding
I was I was the
battlegrounds.
server first Grand Marshal on the Venture Co. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Goodness gracious. Good
It wasn't so
grief.
bad because we were on a role playing server, so and it was quite quiet, so it wasn't too difficult to get rank 14. So yeah.
But you left then, didn't you, Shin? You went off to like some other realm for a while, and then we lost touch with you. But then sort of around what was it, end of Burning Crusade, leading into Wrath of the Lich King, we got back together, and we formed another guild that a bunch of people joined, and we all played together. And that was around the time, sort of leading into Wrath of the Lich King, was when I guess Simon and Lewis started doing all the videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And we were still always talking to them and hanging out with them on Vent and stuff. And then it sort of led into all of us getting sub channels below them, And here we are today. We all have channels. We're here answering questions from people and stuff like that, and it's great. It's a lot of fun. Shin obviously lives in Bristol and works at Yog Towers. I don't live in Bristol, and therefore I don't work at Yog Towers. But I still talk to everybody, like almost, well, somewhat regularly, I guess.
Yeah,
What,
and
like
you come over
every,
here every now and again. You take the
e-
airplane to the airport,
yeah.
and you get off
We
the
got. I have a
airplane.
satellite backpack, so Shin can always send me messages because obviously we're like high-powered businessmen now. We need to be
Flintstone
in touch all the
phones.
time. Yeah, we've got phones, secretaries. We're like constantly sending memos and stuff to each other. It's nuts. God, I mean, my whole life is transformed. Um, but yeah, that's basically it, more or less. I mean, some of it's exaggerated, obviously. Shin is sending me a private memo right now, which you can't see on screen.
Did you get that
He
memo,
basically
Sips?
just he told me to fuck myself, which it's not very nice. But there you go. Shin's a bastard. So, all right, last one, Shin. This is the last question for
Okay,
today.
okay.
This is from Jordan Hancock, not Handcock, Hancock. There's no
Like the
D there.
movie, like Will Smith.
It's Jordan Hancock. Yeah, that's right, Hancock. Hi Sips with an exclamation mark. This guy's obviously very happy. Longtime fan. I've always wondered if you're a big Yankees fan or baseball fan. I notice you wear your hat a lot in interviews. It would be great to know since I'm a Red Sox fan. Much support through all your videos. Honestly, I'm not a big baseball fan. Shin, you probably don't even know what baseball is, do you? It's
Um.
rounders. You know what rounders is, right?
Oh yeah, rounders. Yeah, I love rounders.
You grew up in the streets of London
Mean
and played
streets.
rounders,
Yeah,
the mean streets.
the mean
Um,
streets of London.
I I've lived in the UK for like 10 years. I haven't watched any North American sports in that time because for a while it was really hard to get them over here. Now it's much easier, but I'm so out of touch, and I've lost like a bit of interest. I used to watch a lot of hockey. I used to be an Ottawa Senators fan back in the day because I'm from Ottawa.
Woo! Yeah,
But
go Ottawa! Yeah.
go, go, go Ottawa. And baseball wise, I was a pretty big Blue Jays fan. I like the Blue Jays. I mean, everybody liked the Blue Jays. They actually won a
Uh,
couple of World Series. You like
I
the
like
Blue Jays, didn't you,
I like the
Shin?
Red Jays. The Red Jays.
Yeah, you like the oh yeah, the Red Jays. Yeah, yeah. They were an
Long time
inferior team,
rivals.
to be
Big
honest, Shin.
big
Yeah,
rivals.
but I mean, the Blue Jays used to play in a stadium called the Sky Dome, Shin. The Sky
Wow, that
Dome. It's
sounds
not
like
even
a
called the
Sonic
Sky
the
Dome
Hedgehog level.
anymore. I know, it's cool, right? It's like the best name for any stadium ever. And then some telecoms company bought it, and now it's just called the Rogers Center. I mean, why would you change something
Wow.
called the Sky Dome
Wow.
to the
Wow.
Rogers Center? That's just stupid, in my
Clearly,
opinion. That's
clearly,
pretty
the guy that
stupid.
bought it was like Mr. Rogers, and he was like, oh, "I'm just going to put my name on this. The Sky Dome is
Yeah,
mine now."
yeah.
It's
Oh
like
man,
Darth
Sky
Vader
Dome.
and the Death Star.
Yeah, yeah. It's like renaming the Death Star to like
Mr.
the Frank Kennedy
Skywalker's
Center. Yeah.
Mr. Skywalker's space station.
Skywalker's service stop and rest bar. My
Oh,
God, poor,
oh
poor
God.
Darth. He
Bar and grill.
he's not ready. He's not ready for the modern world.
No,
He
he's
only
not.
knows. He's only good in the context of intergalactic warfare. He can't. He's no good with corporate sort of like advertising and fast food, big bucks, big women, big fun, big money,
Yeah,
all that stuff.
big Death
Darth
Stars.
Vader's just he's not equipped. Double Death Stars. So yeah, so unfortunately, not much of a baseball fan. I haven't watched any sports over here either. I mean, I watch the World Cup sometimes. Do you watch the World Cup, Shin? Do you like football? Do you watch any
Oh
football?
yeah,
Do you watch any
yeah. I watch
sports?
the World Cup, but I don't watch any other football
Do,
sports.
do you paint your chest and take your shirt off when you watch
I
World Cup
watch.
matches and
I watch.
scream?
I watch StarCraft 2 and Dota. That's
Do
kind
you?
of yeah, it's kind of sports sometimes.
I saw a
A little bit.
StarCraft 2 tournament from Korea live on the internet where
Oh,
like some guys got yeah, it was like wrestling entrances and these two these two nerds got out of like these jumbo jets. I shouldn't call them nerds. They're probably not nerds. Actually, they're like pop stars in Korea. I think they get very famous and stuff.
Oh yeah,
So they're not
it's
nerds.
big
I take
business
that
over there.
back. But these guys come out of jumbo jets, like, and the jumbo jets actually working. Like they flew in and landed. No, I'm just joking. They were just sort of taxiing, and these guys came out, and then they played like 3 rounds of StarCraft, and I think they had like 500 APM or something like that. It was nuts. They were just like they weren't even. I don't even think they were like mere mortals could never beat them at StarCraft. It's insane. God, what a game though. It's so much fun.
Oh yeah, it is
You can
fun.
see
It
why they
is
call
fun.
it an esport. You do have to train a lot. I mean, those guys play like 10 hours of StarCraft a day or something like that. God,
Mm.
I would never be good at that game. I'm not good at micromanaging, and I'm not good at multitasking either, which is two key traits that you need to have when playing StarCraft. We've
Yeah.
just swapped desks, Shin,
Well,
somehow.
yeah. I hate to say,
But
but while you were waffling, I guffed at my desk, and
I
now
did, oh,
and now
okay.
you're sat at my
Yeah.
desk.
Just gonna make,
Oh, do you like that
just gonna make my
smell,
way back
Sips?
over.
Does that smell
We're just
good?
gonna we're just gonna double up on this desk then, because there's
Oh,
actually like a big burn mark on your desk by where
double or
you guffed.
nothing, eh?
It was it was a bit more ferocious than you expected it to be. All right,
Scorch
4
mark.
questions, Shin. We did it again. Another 4 questions. 4 questions that we
Yay.
can flush down the toilet or just discard, because we're done. I've ticked them off on my list. That's
Absolutely
8
finished.
questions in 2 episodes. My God, we've only got like 2,000 more to go or whatever. So that's good. But
Awesome.
but yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you for the next one.
Bye.
Get out
Son
of
of a
here.
bitch.
I'm hogging up all the come on. I'm hogging up all the face stuff. What's up? Get out of here, Shin. Look, I'm defending myself in advance. Get away from me.
Preemptive punches. Well, I'm just running at you, spinning my arm, Sips. So if you get hit, it's not my fault.
Oh, you're hitting me from very far away. My God. I'm just gonna. Hey, look at. Check
Oh
out.
shit!
check
Oh
it
shit!
out. Actually, I'm armed.